So at Salta, I look after ESG, so that's everything to do with environment, social governance, but also heavily involved in the asset management of the business, more so over the last few years, particularly around setting us up with the Build Apps team to mean that we are a lot more proactive around how we manage our properties. We have a portfolio of 60 properties now. About 7 years ago, we didn't have an asset register for any of the properties, so we were very reactive in how we maintained and upgraded those properties. So relying on contractors to tell us when something needed replacement or upgrading, rather than having any of the data around its expected textbook end of life or how it had been used. So we went through a process of auditing all of our buildings over a couple of years, and we have asset registers which cover every single asset included in the buildings, which has meant we're able to be much more proactive and plan out both short-term and long-term, particularly CapEx expenditure. And we've also been able to use the data for preparing maintenance contracts in the past as well, meaning that we can be quite prescriptive around what we want maintained and how we want it maintained. One of the things we particularly like, and our IT department particularly likes, is all of the data lives in our own environment. So we have complete control over the data, to the extent that if we decided we didn't want to have an ongoing relationship with Build Apps anymore, we could say goodbye to them, but we wouldn't have to fight to get the data because it's in our environment. So it did require a little bit of upskilling of our IT team to understand how all of that worked, but I think we all understand the benefits of it, and it makes us a lot more comfortable that no third parties will be getting access to any of our data, which, depending what it is, particularly around some of our apps, like April, can have quite a lot of commercial sensitivity around it. We work with a number of the PIPP.ai apps. Atom was the first, but we also use Sergi, Remy and April, which we co-designed with Build Apps because we saw a need within our business for a tool to help us manage the different stages of the development life cycle and manage the workflows and the approvals processes. So we went to the team at Build Apps and asked if they would help us design something, and April is where it's at now, and that's had a huge impact in our business. Previously, there was really no way of recording what happened at the different stages of the development life cycle, including who had approved things. Quite often it was decisions made at a meeting or via email with no real tracking of who had approved decisions, what had been approved. So now with April, which has been adopted by the entire business and we've been using for 3 years now, has made a huge difference, and actually for our business has been the biggest change. And one of the things is that most people who work at Salta don't actually understand how April works, so they don't see the back end of it. What they do see is the Canvas app side of it, which is something we had designed by a graphic designer. So it's actually got its own personality, and now people just talk about April as part of our process at Salta and how we do things. Over the years, we've seen all of the apps continue to be developed and refined with new features coming on board, including the use of AI now, which I think will make a huge difference to users in the future. And the other thing is the team at Build Apps is quite open to suggestions from their clients as well on things that could be improved or additional features that might be worthwhile to all of their clients.